Hi everybody, and welcome to the start of a brand new Let's Play. To start off with, I want to apologise for the sound of my voice. Got a bit of a cold at the moment, and my voice has gone to absolute shit. But hey, I wanted to get going on this today, so here we go. This is my, so we're starting my one of my It's starting my favourite game of 2017, my game of the year. This is Persona 5 for the PlayStation 4. Also can get it on the PS3, but why would you? And yeah, we're going to be starting this rather lengthy, shall we say, game. And we're pretty much it's pretty much gonna be the longest game that I've ever done. Gonna beat out its predecessor, Persona 4 Golden, I think, by a considerable margin. But anyway, we're kicking off with this awesome, intro animation, which is just so damn good. It's so stylized and just so beautiful to look at. And the song which has just gone past, actually, the song that they play during that intro animation is also really fucking good. In fact, that's just one thing I can say about this game, which is very similar to Persona 4 Golden, actually. My apologies. It's that, see, 79 hours, man. It's going to take a long time. But, yeah, Persona, it has a similar thing to Persona 4 Golden, where it's just so stylized and so beautiful and so well done, while at the same time is very the music as well is just absolutely stunning and beautiful, and I just love everything about this game. Now, with this little section here, if you click do not agree, it just kicks you out to the title screen. So you have to pretty much
it's filled with distortion and ruin.
You know, you have to accept that little waiver, otherwise the game won't let you progress, it won't let you play, which is, I don't know, it's kind of funny yet kind of stupid at the same time. Excuse me for a moment. Had to cough. Anyway. And this opening animation as well is just absolutely sensational. I mean, I love the water, I love everything about this. It just looks... It's just something which Persona 5 kind of cranked up to 11 from Persona 4 and 3. Just the stylized way that it shows off its... that it portrays its graphics and portrays its music is just sublime. I adore it. And this music, oh god, this music, I'm sorry, I'm going to be doing that a lot, but my apologies. The music here is fucking fantastic, but I'll be saying that a lot. So yeah, it's this is the opening of the game where we get introduced to our protagonist character, whose I think canon name, at least I know his canon first name, I don't know his canon second name. His canon first name is Kira. There he is, the stylish looking twat. The messy black hair. It's kind of a little bit, it's kind of interesting how they've kind of done things like diametrically, like kind of opposite to Persona 4 Golden. Because in Persona 4 Golden, your protagonist character looked like very stylish, but also had like a very like finely preened kind of hair, if you like. It's very nicely stylized. Here he's just kind of looks dark and he's also kind of messy, which is just, you know, it's just kind of a little way to show the differences between the two characters. And it just, they are like pretty much the exact opposite of each other, to be fair. So yeah, this little section here is kind of like an introduction to one of the new mechanics that they introduced for Persona 5, which is this kind of like mixing up, adding platforming into the dungeons. Basic platforming, but what I like about it is that it makes the dungeons more... What's the word I'm looking for? It makes them more kind of dynamic, and it definitely adds a greater degree of exploration into the game, which I love. And something else which I like about Persona 5, sorry, as opposed to 4 Golden, is that in 4 Golden you had a battle roughly about... Your first battle was roughly about an hour into the game, which doesn't sound too bad, and it really isn't, I suppose. But it's just like a fair distance to get one of the major parts of the game underway. Whereas with Persona 5, we are rough. How many minutes are we in? We are 7 minutes in to Persona 5. I'm gonna keep doing that. But yeah, we're 7 minutes into Persona 5, and already we're getting a handle on the battle system, which for me is just a better system altogether, a better way of doing it.
Come on, man.
I also like those little like transitions between scenes, kind of him dropping and then black screen, character dropping and then going off to the side. I kind of like that. It's pretty cool. But yeah, this, and I'll say it again, but this theme that they're playing here is I can't remember the name of it. I've got the soundtrack, by the way. It's fucking amazing. Get it? But yeah, this track is just, it's played whenever you are escaping from an area, whether it be escaping from a dungeon or wherever. This theme always plays, and it's just so fucking good. It's just so... It's just fucking catchy as shit. I just love it. Back into the anime cutscenes. This is also something that they did a fair bit more with 5 as compared to 4 and 4 Golden. 4 and 4 Golden had it a fair bit, but 5 just has a hell of a lot more of these anime cutscenes, which just, for me, it works better. And I just love these animations. The other thing I will say about it is that the animation quality, I think, is significantly upped from Persona 4 Golden. But then again, I think part of that is, I think, just because you're comparing it to a Vita game as opposed to a PS4 game, PS3, PS4 game, where you just have more. And that's a rarity. We actually have our main character speak. He doesn't speak a lot, but he speaks more than he did in the previous games. It's just to show off how much of a badass we are. We're so cool. And got away so easily. Oh shit.
Enemies here? What's wrong? He's reading.
Fuck. We're in trouble. We're caught.
Can you handle this?
Joker!
Oh no!
Capture him!
Let's go. Go, go, go.
Oh god, here we go. Something that is kind of nice as well is that the voice acting is really good in this game as well. I'm gonna get away. Fuck you. Oh shit. No shooting. Oh, hit me in the head. Now I'm dead. Somehow I survived all this.
Suspect secure.
God damn it.
Didn't expect to find some kid.
Well, you should have thought about that.
Teammate to thank for this.
We've been sold out. Oh shit. So yeah, and this is pretty much one of the interesting parts of the one of the more interesting differences between Persona 4 and 5 is that in Persona 5 you start off kind of in the middle of the story, where it's kind of like you getting captured, and then the rest of the game is and then a large chunk of the game is pretty much you being interrogated and you kind of saying, you know, kind of being interrogated and just giving up all the, and you know, basically you play through the game as you know, the main character is telling the story of what happened in the interrogation room. I don't think this is proper interrogation technique, my friend. This is bullshit.
What about the camera? Are you thinking it can be used as video evidence?
Of course not. Of course not.
So you're not that dumb. Which is good. Because we get to take as much time as we need.
Fuck you, you asshole. I'm gonna kick your ass. I'm so gonna kick your ass once all this is done.
Justice, blackmail, defamation, possession of weapons. Manslaughter too, yeah? Talk about the works.
There's no murder on there, so it's not quite the
All those
works.
crimes led by a punk like this. And you seem to be enjoying every second of it.
What? I was enjoying it? This is something else that they added as compared to Persona 4 Golden. Yes, I'm a pussy. Anyway, moving on. That is something else that they changed. Something that they've changed in 5 as compared to 4 Golden. 4 Golden, my main reference points, given that it's the only other Persona game I've beaten. In this, there is more of an introspective kind of thing, where you kind of hear... You see, like, speech bubbles or thought bubbles, basically. Kind of giving opinion, like, letting your character know... letting you know what your main character is kind of thinking, which I think is definitely an improvement. It definitely gives you the idea that he's actually thinking about what he's doing, if you know what I mean. So I think that just works better. And so yeah, now we get to pick our name, and I'm going to be extremely unimaginative here. Nope. See, I'll try to work it. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna just go for my name. Change up. There we go. By the way, my surname is extremely fucking long. And... it's... yeah, just about. I'm finished. Fuck it. God damn it. I also like that logo. That logo's pretty sweet. So yeah, the first character we're properly introduced to was our main protagonist.
I'm Nijima from the public
So here we get introduced to the second the second main character of the game, or one of the primary characters of the game, Sai Nijima, who's pretty much the a detective who is in charge of the case that we were involved in. And that's also an improvement. Which is just a natural evolution, I think, from the game, from Persona 4, where Persona 4, the cell phones were all kind of like flip phones, which were were still a big thing in Japan in 2008. But now we're using like mobile, like smartphones, and that comes into that actually becomes a major part of the plot. The whole concept of like the modern day technology and always being connected, and the smart devices and all that kind of stuff. So it is actually
I understand.
useful to have, I guess. So yeah, she's pretty much been told by her superiors that she's not allowed to interview him, but basically interview us. But
You'll be answering my questions this time. Those bastards.
Yeah, they drug me.
Can you hear me? It seems you've been through a lot.
So yeah,
Almost anything can happen here.
pretty much what happens
And
there.
nothing
What
can
happened
stop
there
me.
is that her superiors have been telling
That's why
her,
I need
no,
to
you
answer
don't
me
need to
honestly.
interview him,
I don't have much time either.
which all seems rather
What was your
suspicious.
objective? Why
And
did you
basically,
possibly
she's like,
make
no,
an
I'm gonna.
incident?
This is my
I
case.
didn't
I'm
think it
gonna
was a prank from the get-go.
and get all the information that I
Case of
fucking can.
prosecution.
So screw you.
Because I couldn't figure out the method behind it.
And so this is pretty much what she's doing now. She has a little bit of time in game, probably
True.
about
There's no
40
way I
to
could be
50
convinced
hours
of such a world just by reading the reports.
to find out as much
It
as she
seems
can.
you're coherent. When and where did you find
But
out
now,
about that world? How is it even possible to
so
steal
yeah,
others'
this is
hearts?
pretty much
Now,
what she's doing. She's
tell
going
me
to
your
try and
account of everything.
find out everything.
Start
So we
from the
need,
very beginning.
she needs our cooperation to find out what the fuck happened. And hence that's why she's pretty much here. And she will be a major part of the plot. As you can probably tell by the fact that she has her own portrait and her own voice actress. But
You are held captive.
mysterious voice. The form that this creature, which I will not say what she is, what that was a slip. What it,
But if my
I won't say what the creature is yet, but the fact that it's taken the form of a blue butterfly is very much in keeping with the Persona mythos. Like, because in Persona 1 and 2, the main villain for both games took the form of a butterfly. It was the same villain, I think, major villain in both cases, I think.
as well as your own.
In 3, I believe that you could get one of your major personas was a butterfly. And in Persona 4 Golden, that was your save. That's what represented your save point. The like blue, the blue butterfly. My apologies. So yeah, now we're going back in time, and we're going back to the beginning of our journey, and we're going to find out what happened to our dude. Because in Persona 4 Golden, in that, pretty much what the deal was there. We were a high school kid whose parents went off to do something. Sorry, my brain's going. Basically, the parents went off to do something. You couldn't stay on your own, so you had to go and stay with your uncle and your cousin in a new town. So we're going to find out what's happening to this dude very soon. And we're also been introduced to the main plot of the game, which is these mental breakdowns are happening all over the country, and nobody knows why it's happening. And of course, we're going to uncover that mystery as we go throughout the game. Also, something new about Persona 5 as opposed to 4 Golden and I think the other games, but I'm not 100% sure. All the other games had a fake, made-up city which the game took place in. This is the first time where we have where it takes place at in an actual Japanese city. It takes place in a district of Japan. A district of Tokyo, I should say. So yeah, it's for the first time it's actually a real place and not just based on a real place. But yeah, here we're getting our little premonition that shit is about to go down. My god. I wonder what that was about. It's probably nothing important. Alright, let's move on. Now this thing is, this little app here, this is going to be crucial throughout the whole game, as you can tell. There's a reason why it was there. My only problem with that is that I would have liked it if they changed the animation so that it actually had English writing on the phone. It's not particularly a problem, and I know that it's set in Japan, so of course it's going to be Japanese. But, you know, they do it with so much of the stuff where it's like in English. I don't know why they didn't do that. Same goes for the signs. Well, even then they've got writing on the signs in English, so I don't really get it, personally. And I think it would have been better to, I just think it would have been better to do it that way. I know that, you know, it probably would have taken way more time, so I'm not that heartbroken about it, but it's just something I would have liked. Oh well, here we are. So we're asking for directions to where we have to go, because we're staying with a guy named Sakura? Sujiro Sakura. Sakura, however you say it. And so yeah, pretty much we have to find him at this point. Maybe he's gone out. By the way, we will be back here later on for plot relevant things. Yeah, so the delivery guy tells us that he's runs a coffee shop. So yeah, that's where we're going to head off to meet our next major character in the game. Café LeBlanc. Let's go. Coffee and curry. Not the two things I would put together, but what the fuck? What do I know? Yeah, so here he is.
A public transit bus was driven down an opposing lane, but the customer is still in it.
My apologies.
Citizens can't live in peace.
Probably shouldn't have done this. My throat is fucking knackered.
Oh, how frightening.
Huh?
What could be going on? Didn't something similar happen just the other day?
So yeah, pretty much the same as before in the other Persona games that I've played. They are really pushing. They're really pushing the fact that something bad is happening, something weird is going on, and it's obviously going to play into the main plot. Which is, you know, it's on the nose, but I think it makes sense for this kind of game. And I think overall that Persona does a good job with its, Persona does a good job at kind of telling its story. I'd kick him out. Fuck it. 4 hours on a single cup? Fuck it.
Yeah. I'm Sojiro Sakura.
Sakura, there you go.
Custody over the next year. I was wondering what kind of unruly kid would show up.
So yeah, this is the guy we're going to be staying with this year, for this game.
A customer of mine, parents know each other.
So basically,
That matters. Follow me.
yeah, he's not known to us really. He's a complete stranger, unlike in Full Goal.
Your room.
So.
I'll at least give you sheets for your bed. You look like you want to say something.
Do I? Yeah, don't be an asshole. It's big.
It's on you to clean up the rest.
Look at
I'll
this
be leaving
shithole.
after I lock up each
God,
night.
this is going to take me a
You'll be
while.
alone at night, but don't do anything stupid. I'll throw you out if you cause any trouble. Now then.
That's another thing, actually, that's kind of different.
You protected someone
In
from a man
in
forced
Persona
to
4
fuck
Gone, it was pretty much
you.
everybody kind of
That's
took a
what
liking to you straight away,
you
and
get for sticking your nose in a matter between two adults.
you kind of had this uncanny knack to make friends
Now
with
that you've got a
people.
criminal record,
Here it's kind of the
you're
opposite, where
expelled
everybody
from
just sees you as a, you know, a
transfer and move out here, which
bad
your
egg,
parents also
bad seed, and just
In other words,
nobody
you got
wants
ready for
anything
being a pain in
to
the
fucking
ass.
do with you.
It's best you not talk about anything
And they,
unnecessary.
you know, they just treat
I am in
you.
the
I wouldn't say they treat you
rest
badly, but they just
Hate
treat you
yourself
with
for the
a
years.
severe level of
Nothing
distrust,
happens, your probation will live.
which makes sense for
Cause any problem,
what
and you'll be
happened,
sent straight to
what got the situation that got
going to
you
shoot you tomorrow.
brought to this area. But yeah, it's just something which
We'll introduce
I think is
ourselves
it's an interesting thing that they did to kind of differentiate it from Persona 4. One of the things which I really like about,
Their luggage arrived earlier. I left them over there.
by the way, the music here is fucking awesome. I've said that a few times. So yeah, pretty much our story, because it will be raked over here as well, but a powerful politician type was harassing a woman. We got involved and tried to stop him from hurting her. As a result, he fell, slipped, hurt himself, and he blamed us, and political power is a bitch, and we were expelled from our high school. So we've been put on probation, and we're going to start a new school here in Tokyo. So it's a completely shitty situation. It's really just 100% not fair. We just tried to be the chivalrous type, and it backfired on us quite massively. So yeah, that's just what we have to deal with now. Fuck it. By the way, we're supposed to have cleaned our room here. It's more like we moved shit about. We haven't really cleaned up much. It's still a fucking mess. Look at that. Why is there a ladder here? There's a ladder, there's a bike. Some old, like, jerry cans. Plant, which is somehow still alive. A desk covered in shit. Oh, well. So yeah, if you go to your bed, you can advance time. Let's go to sleep. There's nothing else really to do here. Yeah, like this little bit here of him kind of reflecting on the lot in life that he's got and kind of how he feels about it. It just adds something to the character and makes the character more relatable, and it just makes it better. I had to go home early. So yeah, this is pretty much, you play through this and it kind of shows you what happened on that night. I think they're just up ahead. Hometown. I like that little hometown in the corner. Holy shit.
Don't give me that shit.
He looks like a prick as well. Look at him with that fucking... I can't ignore this. Fuck it. Nobody trusts a bald man. Yeah, he just looks like an asshole. Look at him with that black suit.
Call them if you want. The police are my bitches. They're not gonna take you seriously.
The political commentary is quite strong here, one would say.
Incompetent fools like you just need to shut your mouths and follow where I steer this.
I wonder if this is relatable in any way to any other political figures. Anyway, just look at it. Yeah, he's a proper prick. He's got the stupid small beard, the open shirt, wearing sunglasses at night. What an asshole. What a prick. Anyway. So yeah, it's just us reflecting on our lot in life. Oh, got a text. What the fuck? I believe that we deleted this app. And it's making our other apps kind of shimmy. That's kind of weird. But anyway. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. That's it for the first part of Persona 5. We've done nothing. Still part of the course for a Persona game. Join me next time for the next part of Persona 5, when we will be the next part we'll be going to we'll be meeting our school, we're meeting some other characters, and we might get into some weird shit. It's undoubtedly going to happen in Persona. So join me next time for the next part of Persona 5. Oh, my voice. See you next time.